Hi class, this is Susan, and I am here to talk about how do we tell a blog is a blog versus a website or some kind of online publication. Okay, it's definitely getting harder to tell, like what is a blog versus what is an online publication or what is just a website. What makes a blog, this is the central defining characteristic. Okay, in order for it to truly be a blog, and a blog that's going to qualify for this assignment, it must have the blog posts, okay, the individual blog posts must give the reader a chance to reply to them, okay? That's an interaction. When you're the blogger and you say, hey, let me know what you think, leave a comment below, that you are inviting that social interaction. So technically, if a blog is a blog, it will have that commenting ability, okay? But now more and more, since so much happens on social media, other social media sites, sometimes bloggers feel like they can just interact there. I don't agree with that. I think a blog is a blog when you have direct interaction on that blog with your readers, okay? And not just reading their comments, but replying to them. So that's really important. So that is really the easiest way to see if a blog is really a blog, is the blogger inviting commentary, okay? Now there are multiple there are blogs that have multiple writers that are still considered blogs. Let me show you Copyblogger, because I like this blog a lot. Now up here obviously it says blog, so that's another hint. So some blogs, right, are embedded within the larger frame of the website, like for Copyblogger, okay? So if we come down here, we see this is Brian Clark. He's the main person who posts content here. But there are other people who post content. So if you're not sure, so one kind of good tip is a lot of times bloggers will use their tags here to tell you what the content is. You see that a lot on blogs. But if I click on this article by Brian, and the 5 types of online prospects, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we come down. He's got this all here. And then we come to the comments. Okay, and you'll also see that Brian will comment back. Okay, so even though this has multiple bloggers, it's still pretty clear that it's a blog. Okay, let's look at another one here. Let's look at, I like this one, Serious Eats. Okay, so this one again, they have multiple authors, but if you click on these, okay, so obviously, this it shows you their comments, and there's 18 of them down there. A cooking blog really has to have comments because people have questions about the recipes, and they're not going to want to just have to go, on Pinterest or Facebook and try to figure it out. So that's really a pretty good way to tell. Oh my gosh, look how good that looks. Okay, I have to stop looking at these sites. But when you first come onto this, you don't necessarily see, what is this? So you have to maybe do a little bit of investigative work, right? So this just has categories. So they're all blog posts. Okay, so they're just, and they have video content, and that's great. So this is the blog. Now, this would work if you were thinking about doing a cooking blog. However, what I really would prefer is for you to find a blog that has a single blogger person, like this one. The Smitten Kitchen is one of my favorite blogs. Now again, if you come on here, it's not necessarily going to say blog, here's the blog page, because the whole thing is the blog, okay? And again, the way that you can tell, let's look. Crispy oven pulled pork, okay, and you will see there are comments, and there's usually a lot of comments on her blog, and she does reply back. You will see her. Here she is coming in. So again, a blog is a form of social media, right? So social media is is a conversation, is a relationship. So that's how you can tell if something really is a blog. All right, now, I've given you some resources for finding top blogs. one of the things that you can do is you can go to Google and you can type top blogs for napping. I'm really hoping somebody does a napping blog soon. Anyway, so you could come in and you can look at this. This is a very helpful website where they have, categories of different blogs. Like here's health. You could do fitness. And this is good because it is ranked through an algorithm. And so it's based on how many hits they're getting. So again, like a WebMD is not what we're going to want. They don't have comments anymore on here, and there's so many multiple authors. It's much more like an online magazine. Okay, so a lot of these are going to be, you have to kind of go through and look. Again, I would stay away from Harvard Health Blog. Mercola could work. I think he's a single blogger. This person would be obviously good. This is Dr. Axe, is that how you say it? So again, we're going to look, how is the blog? All right, let's see. Oh, I don't see comments. Oh, yes, you can. Oh, wait. Is this 1A? This is called an opt-in. This is what you'll see on most of the blogs and online publications that you go to. They want you to opt in, and they want you to cough up your email address. And this one's not letting me not. So I'm not seeing the comments on here. But it is still classified as a blog. It's in this list and it's in this thing, so you could still use it, but it still would be better to find one that had the comments on it, like the Diet Doctor. So check it out. You can, again, there's other sources I've given you for determining what is a top blog. But really, if you're finding a blog, it should look like it's pretty current. It looks like it should have some pretty recent content. Because this is how you learn. Like, you want to see how they're doing it, right? And how they handle images, and all that. Okay, so I hope this helps. And if you're not sure if it's a blog or not, email me, because I'll tell you. Okay? And we can sort of look at it and determine it together. All right, thanks. Have a good week.